Hello, this is Sophia. I'm recording this as my cat Ginger is in the process of negotiating boundaries with the established neighborhood cat Max. Because, as I may have mentioned before, I need to make her an outdoor cat if I'm to be able to keep her. Which, of course, is a change. It's kind of a big change for her, but change is a part of life. It happens to everything, like maybe later on this week, even to this channel, even. Anyhow, Bob did not ask a question last week. Megan, you asked what long-term goals we've set for ourselves and achieved. Specifically, you asked about within the year 2008, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that's within the year 2008. It was in the year 2007 that I resolved to transition, and that means several milestones, and though there's quite a few milestones that I have yet to achieve, such as surgery, which I do not think I will get this year. It would take a major miracle for me to achieve surgery this year. I have achieved a lot else. I've gone full-time, which I've been full-time for over a year now, and by now I've gotten to the point that most of my body, with the exception of a certain area of it, has pretty much transitioned and is now, with the exception of one certain area which I haven't been able to fix, is now pretty much a female body, which is good. It makes me feel much better about myself. Oh, Ginger, how did your negotiations with Max go? How did those negotiations go? Is it good? Oh, well. But anyways, I have achieved that and a lot of other milestones related to my transition. Also, there's been so many other milestones that I've achieved throughout my life. Like, I remember the time when I set it as a goal to no longer be living in my parents' place. And that goal I achieved about 10 years ago. Anyway, Tori asked me if I could go back in time into my life and give some wisdom to my younger self at a specific time. When would I go and what wisdom would I give? And frankly, the time I think I would go back to is when I was about 21. That was the first time I attempted to transition. And basically, due to all the resistance I got from society, even from my family, I decided to crawl back into the closet, and I didn't attempt again to transition for another 11 years. If I could give myself some wisdom, that wisdom I would give myself is that attempting to live my life according to the gender I was assigned at birth is a dead-end street. I won't be able to get my life together that way because it's contrary to how I'm wired. I will never be happy in the male role, and that it will keep on getting worse, and I'll be more and more devastated as time goes by. Basically, I would have let my younger self know that attempting to suppress it for the rest of my life just wouldn't work. And then I would either go ahead and brave it and transition then, or I would maybe crawl back into the closet anyways, but at least I'd do so with the intent of actively preparing for a chance to be able to transition again. And then if I was actively preparing at that time rather than attempting to live my life without transitioning, it probably wouldn't have taken me 11 years before I transitioned again. And when I finally did transition, I'd be much more ready to have it go a lot smoother instead of what I ended up doing, which was basically postponing transition till I could no longer, and then I didn't have much time to prepare. Mark, you asked, when bigots come forth with their homophobic bovine excrements, am I a confronter or an ignorer? Truth is, I've done my share of both, and I can justify doing my share of both. Why confront? Because there's a saying that all that's needed for evil to triumph is for the good to do nothing. So I don't want to cause the evil to triumph by being a good person who does nothing. But I also can't confront every time, because then I'll burn myself out and I won't be very useful at all if I burn myself out. So I've done my share of both, but that's alright. Anyhow, my question. Have you ever had to make a decision regarding a pet or a loved one that you knew would be a major decision and that you knew would be difficult, but that you ended up doing it anyway because you knew it was the right thing? I did that when I made the decision to give up Josie and have her go live on a farm. Josie was the other cat that I used to have, who you may have seen her if you've seen her, as she co-starred with me on the transgender video. And at the same time, I also made the decision that this cat here, the Ginger, was going to become an outdoor cat. These were both difficult decisions, especially the one of giving up Josie, but also the one about making this one an outdoor cat. These were both difficult decisions that I knew would be difficult, but which I did them anyway because I knew they were the right thing to do, ultimately. And I'm wondering if any of you had to do any difficult decisions regarding either a pet or a loved human or any other loved one. That's my question for this week. Anyhow, talk to you later. Bye. Say goodbye, Ginger. Bye.